Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome back. Thank you for tuning back in this series of tutorials that I'll be doing or motivational jewelry design projects. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Uh, so if you've seen the first video, great. If you haven't, after this one, you can go and watch it where I give you a little bit of an intro about, if you're a jeweler and you're trying to get you 3D work, if you are interested in jewelry design, you don't know where to start. And in this video, I'm already gonna tag things. So let's get right into it. All right, enough talking. Let's get into navigation. If you are not a beginner, you can skip this video and wait for coming videos. Stay tuned. Rhino navigation. So you get a mouse. You need a keyboard, a computer, and the software. So you got two main buttons in your mouse. So let me flip it. So it's gonna be your right click and your left click and scroll. Okay. So the little wheel in the middle, the wheel. Okay. So if you use your right click, you can see I have a pendant in the background. So it took time, but you're able to do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So let me just point to this view and you can see it. All right, so we're gonna use this cross as our navigation platform. Okay. All right, so you have four views. You have your top, your front, your right view, and then you have perspective. Perspective, what it means is you can view things three-dimensionally. The other ones, you can only view them two-dimensionally. And this one, same. This one, the same. Okay, and this one, it's your three dimensions. Okay, so first things, your right click, if you click on any of the views and you right click and you drag around, it has this little hand that it's called pan view or panning. So you can grab it and move it around, grab it and move it around, grab it, move it around. In perspective, if you do that, it rotates, so it behaves differently. So there's ways to pan, so you can go and grab the little hand and say drag. The shortcut to panning in perspective is you hold shift and you right click and you can pan things. So you can rotate and pan, rotate and pan. If you want to zoom in, zoom out, you can just hold control. Same with your right click and you zoom in, you rotate, your pan, and then you pan, you rotate, zoom in, and then you pan, you rotate, and you pan, you rotate, and you pan. So I'm just letting go shift and clicking shift. So I rotate, no click, shift, and I pan. I rotate, just right click, I hold shift, right click, and I pan. If I want to zoom in, zoom out, I just hold control, right click, and I move up, move down. Also in your top view and the other two the views, so if you hold control and right click, it zooms in and out. So that's the basic way to move things around. Now let's get into the tools. All your tools are around you. You can either type it, like if you look at your command prompt, it's up here. If you type any tool like pen, it's there. Okay, so we can go right here, pen, and it's there. So what I go about designing, you got curves, surfaces, and solids. And solids and curves and curves, surfaces, and solids can be transformed, modified. Okay, so number one rule that I have when you design, you start with curves, you move on to surfaces, and then you create solids because surfaces are created by curves and solids are just an iteration of all your surfaces. Does it make sense? And then once you have a solid piece, like like you see right here, then you have a solid piece made out of curves and surfaces. So every edge is a curve, and the spacing between them it's a surface, and the joining of all those pieces create a solid piece, and it's multiple pieces, that create the piece. Now let me show you the other piece, what it actually looks like. So here it is, This is what it looked. It was done in 2 pieces. It was hollowed. You can look at them. You can look at this piece, some of it a little bit, in my Instagram, the 3D print and the piece before it was being set. And it was cool piece. Now these stones are huge. These are, I think the average is 3.2 millimeters. So it was a lot of diamonds. I can't tell you who it was for. I just can show you the piece. All right. So how did we get here? It's quite a journey. It's gonna be beautiful. So stay tuned for the next video where we're gonna really prep of how to do the preparation before a design. Okay. So this is your basic navigation. I love my shortcuts. So another shortcut that I'm gonna show you using here in Matrix is if you hold Alt and Control and Tab, you can just switch views automatically. I use it all the time. If I'm drawing here, I like to use all the space that I can on my canvas. So tab and then design here, zoom in, zoom out, right click, zoom in, zoom out, control, right click, and then shift, right click, move out, and I'll look at something else, and I'll look at the piece, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, panning, control tab, control tab, control tab, and you can see it changes perspective and all this other stuff that you need. Okay, so let's jump into Rhino now. So same applies. If I'm here and control and tab, you can switch your views instantly. I love this. I use it all the time. If you like to customize your tools, you're welcome to. We're gonna do another video if you guys want to. So I'm here to help you. So if you want to, I'll do another tutorial by vote. The more people that want to see it, I'm welcome to help you. And also the appearance. Like, I like white background because I print a lot of paper and I used to waste a lot of ink. So that's the only reason why I use it. There's no other reason. And it's easier on my eyes, like I have a big screen. Get a big screen. Don't try to work so long in your laptop. 17 inch is still too small. I have a 45-inch monitor, but you can get a smart TV like a 55-inch if you're up to it. If your video card can support 4K, that's the way to go. And you don't even have to use 4K. You can use 2K, which is 1440, 21 something by 1440. Just leave a comment. I don't remember the specs, but it's something like that. And it makes your workflow easy. I used to have 3 monitors set up. I think the most I had is 4 monitors set up. Front, 2 sides, and my top. You can do that too. Anything goes. Anything is possible. I just got used to one screen and all my views in little pieces. If I'm gonna show you. I'm actually gonna show you how is my workaround. Okay, let me show you. Let me do this. Let me show you just how I have it. See, like I'm using just that small section. This is my whole screen. Okay, let me try to put it back. See what you guys made me do? I only need a section because I have my screen where I can monitor myself. Look at myself. It's a little bit narcissist anyways. But let me just do this. Hang with me. Just hang in there with me just a little bit. And let me put it where it's close enough. Close enough? All right, fine. Just leave it there. And get a great chair, something that it's comfortable. Your position that you're working, that's another reason why I got a big screen, because I need to be comfortable. It's very important. Bosses, get your people comfortable. We work in 6-7 hours in front of a monitor. Our eyes get tired. It's good. It's for efficiency. Sit right. I recommend you work in a corner because both of your arms can rest right on the table, and it's easier on your back, on your stance. Find as much as you can to be comfortable designing, because you're going to spend a lot of time, especially if you're going to be watching these videos. I'm going to try to make them shorter with the content you need. Okay, so let's move up. to options. So let me show you what my options or what the options are. You can type it or you can find an icon. So if I type it, option, oh, sorry, I'm not click on Rhino. Options, it will finish the sentence for me and it will give you your options, your menu, your whatever. So appearance, it's just this button. You open it up, colors, and you can change from if you want pink lines or you want anything you want, you can customize it here. And also you can go back to default. And you can what menus you want to use, whatever. You can do just about anything. We should do something fun, right? We should create a theme that, you know, it's cool. It's just for the looks, just because it's fun. But if you can, just keep it as simple as possible. Simple is better. Don't let anything distract you. That's why I went all white, because my focus, it's on the screen. That's why I only have one screen. I don't want to be turning between screens. And I started having pain in my neck. And since I got one screen, one big screen, it's smoother. Invest. Always invest. Once you get some equipment, it's going to pay itself. And it's going to earn you money at the long run. Invest. Also in your training, you know, whether it's with me or somebody else, invest. This is important. You will never regret it. Just be committed. Okay? You know, and then you always get what you pay for. If it's cheap, if it's, you know, whatever, you might just get what you pay for. You know, I'm not the cheapest guy, but I'm not the most expensive trainer. So, you know, you're welcome to experiment. You know, just get as much as you can. I spend a lot of money on my training. It doesn't matter. Anyways, so click OK, and then you are almost ready to go. You can change your display modes, which mean the views that you're going to have. Like you have wireframe, shaded, render, ghosted, x-rayed. You have all these ways to view things. So let me just go back in there. Like this is called shaded. Okay, let me maximize that. So this is my shaded view. It means it shades things. And you also have options here in your left. Usually I take off what's called surface isocurves, because this would stress your GPU. Not mine, but I just got so used to it. It seems cleaner to me, unless I want to see how some isocurves behave. You know, if I'm going to be designing something very specific, I need to know how my isocurves are being designed, for a better word. Another thing that you can do is just right click on that little triangle that is right next to perspective or any view you're in, and then you can go for wireframe, shaded, render. I don't have any render materials here in Rhino, and I usually that's why I have Matrix, because that's beautiful rendering options already set up for me. Ghosted and X-ray. There's a lot of stuff in here, and you know, I love using my layers, and we're gonna get to that in a second. There's a lot of features in here. I only use the first four: wireframe, shaded, render, and ghosted. Maybe sometimes X-ray, but the four first are the ones I use the most. So that's basically how you would navigate within Rhino. So let me get this view. I don't know what is doing it, but if I hover any icon, it tells me if it has one command, which is my left click, and if it has a secondary command, then it's my right click. So on my right click, it says only one option, but some of them we have control point, one command and a secondary command. You know, that's the way some of the tools are. And sometimes if you right click on that little arrow, there's more in there, like sub menus. With that being said, I think this kind of concludes the little bit of navigation and your way around Rhino. So stay tuned for the next video, where I'm going to talk a little bit of plugins, and we're already going to start doing basic design ideas, preparation, principles of design, which this is also from some of my people that want to be my students, but they're beginners. I usually don't train people that don't know anything, because I don't want people to waste money. I feel bad, you know? I want you to be in a point where when you sit with me and you train with me, we're just attack and design, because I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time. So that's why I'm doing this series of videos. I really want to help you to get started. Maybe you don't even need me. Maybe this will help you to prepare better your design. So the goal is just to help people. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't lose any content that will be coming out almost every day right now. I'm filming, I'm shooting. I have to review, I have to edit it. Some stuff is just me talking, so I'm getting rid of that. Or something that is not making sense. I'm reviewing this for me, and so it makes sense for everybody. Um, Leave a comment if you have a suggestion. Thank you, I appreciate it. If you have a bad comment, thank you, I appreciate it. You can put thumbs down if you don't like what I'm saying. That's great. If you like it, put thumbs up, and stay tuned. I'll see you soon. This is Carlos Anthony, and I'll talk to you pronto. Okay, so stay focused, don't talk too much. Just be natural and get your ideas across. What else did my wife say? Okay. Don't I don't even remember what she said. What did she ask me to take to the house? Oh man, I'm in trouble.